Hey everybody, welcome back to Talks with Tamiko. This is your girl Tamiko Corey coming at you live. Hey everybody, welcome back to Talks with Tamiko. It's your girl Tamiko Corey coming back to you live. And it's been a minute. It's been 6 days exactly since I've last posted. Um, and so let's just get right into it. Today I want to talk about pushing through no matter what. Um, it's been very hard for me to come back and post again, just because of my own issues, just really high anxiety, um, depressed a lot, and some days are better than others, and we talked about this. um, but there's a pushing through that has to happen, and that's why I'm here on the other side of this camera right now, because I understand that it's important that I push through, even when I feel like I'm able to do so. I share so transparently because I don't want to be on the other side of this camera, um, pretending that I'm someone who I'm not, because that's just not an option today for me, because I choose for it not to be. But it's been very difficult, and with everything that's just going on in the world right now, it is so hard um, to just have peace. And I'm finding it very difficult. The more I hear about, the more I know about, the more I experience. I become almost what you would call, like, I feel debilitated by everything that's going on. Everything makes me sad. Um, However, there's some things that I've learned about pushing through that that I understand that sometimes I can't push through for me. In fact, most of the time I can't. Not for me, but for my family, for someone in need, um, for a necessity of something else that needs to happen, or even something that I consider a greater cause like this, um, to encourage someone else that they're not the only one that is having a hard time right now. Um, Sometimes I'm so overwhelmed with life, and I have to understand that if I can just get up and do one thing, just one thing, just one thing. Because if I try to put the whole day before me, sometimes it's just way too much. But just one thing, is it just get dressed, say a prayer, call someone and check on them, check in with their family, um, go out and do whatever things need to be done, whether it's grocery shopping, you have a job, um, showing up for someone else who may not be doing as well as you think you're not doing. All of these things. It just takes time. It takes patience with yourself, because I know for me sometimes I can just feel so low that I don't even think anyone would understand. But I know there are some people out there just like you that do understand, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for understanding. I got the sun coming through here a little bit. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Okay. And I was thinking about how we have tools. We talked about them and some of the things that we can do that help us in the process. But sometimes getting to those tools is like pulling nails from wood. It's very hard. It's very difficult. Um, and sometimes it's best I can only say to my husband, like, I really need help today. Like, I just cannot move to the next step. This is ridiculous. Like, and he'll begin to encourage me, and he'll say something that really um, helps my mind go in a different way, and I can bring gratitude back in my life, because it could always be worse, and I can reach out to someone else, and I can kind of walk that line, to where I can kind of get back into the swing of things where I need to be. Some days, all I can do is just cry and thank God that he is the one that's in charge and not me. I mean, and that's just as simple as it is. But I share that with you so that when I say to you that no matter what your issues are, no matter what situations you're in, or whatever things you have a hard time pushing through on, there's hope. There's hope. As long as we stay in the moment and do what we can in the moment. Anytime we go past the moment, a lot of times we get overwhelmed. Um, and for instance, and I'm just gonna say this: I'm not a political person. I don't do a whole lot of going back and forth and this and this and that. But I'm gonna say this: everybody goes through things. Everybody has a past. If we all receive the penalty for our sin and for the things that we've done wrong in our life, whether it be now or in our past, if we all really received that due penalty, we probably wouldn't be here. But the grace and mercy of God has superseded us all, and so we're still here. And so for us to say that because someone has a past that they don't deserve to be here is ludicrous. And I just think that we really need to, instead of being reactive, we need to be more proactive. And that means if we don't understand something to the fullest degree, let's just be quiet. Um, because the things that's happening now, everything is divisive. And in order for us to stay together and in order for us to stay cohesive, we have to try to understand what is happening on the other side. And we also have to stand up for what's true and what's right. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing outside of how we feel or what we think. What is truth and what is right? Um, And with that, I'm gonna just leave that there. But there's something about that bothered me this week that I heard, with the George Floyd situation, and that, because he had a past, he was doing this, doing that, he deserved to have that knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, which is absolutely ludicrous, because I'm sure we can all think that to many things we've done in our past, that if somebody had their knee on our neck, we wouldn't be here right now either, because we was doing something we didn't have no business. So let's extend the same grace and mercy to others that we want extended to us. And most importantly, let's do what's right. Justice is one thing. Cruelty and mistreatment is something else. You know. Um, so that's just where I'm gonna leave that at. Like I said, I ain't trying to get no debates and all that. I just it's just really hurtful. How discarding of another human being we can be, and not just in that situation. I mean, just in our everyday life, we may see someone that don't look like somebody that we feel like that we want to talk to, associate with. They don't meet the requirements. They don't have enough money. They don't dress well enough. Their hair isn't long enough. They're not pretty enough. I mean, it goes on and on and on, and we're discarding of people hope, the hope that's being given to us, because we're still here today, pushing through, pushing forward. Why wouldn't we want to extend that same grace, mercy, and kindness to someone else? um i just I just I don't like it, and I'm learning. And I've had to ask God to forgive me for the times that I've ever done that. And making sure that I pay attention, um and be intentional about reaching out to people from all sides of the spectrum. Um, whether you're Democrat, Republican, whether you a believer, a non-believer, whether you're black, white, red, yellow, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're male, whether you're female, whether you're gay, whether you're not. I mean, come on. We can just go on and on and on, okay? So do unto others as you would have them do unto you. When you're pushing through all this stuff that you're going through, remember somebody else needs a hand up. Let's reach out. It's the only reason I'm behind this screen today, because I want someone to be encouraged that just because we're in a really, really bad place, we're not alone, and there's someone who cares. I care. I care about all of you, and it doesn't matter to me what your situation is, what you've done in your life, where you are. You matter to God. You matter to me. Um, whether you suffer with mental illness, whether you it's some other issues, procrastination is a big one. procrastinating on the very things that we know that we should be doing every day diligently, and not understanding why it is that we can never get it done. Just get up. Get up. Just get up. Push through and get up as best you know how. And reach out to someone else for help, for inspiration, for encouragement. When you can't find it within yourself, when you can't encourage yourself. Um, I don't want this video to be too long, but I did just want to come on and, and just say that my heart goes out to this whole entire country right now. It absolutely breaks my heart every day of everything that I see that's happening, that I'm powerless to change. That can only be changed through God. But there are small parts that I can play a part in, and that's how I treat the next person who I am in arm reach of. Um, I know what it's like to lose someone you love, someone very close to you, to lose a child. I know what it's like to lose a parent. I know. Um, and we can become despondent and sad, and grief can take over. The things we see, the images we look at, the things that we hear, sometimes we have to just turn it off and meditate and just kind of find our place, our solemn place, our peaceful place, until we can say something positive or be a positive light for someone else. It's best for us not to speak when we're in a negative feeling, because it just creates more turmoil, not only for us but for others. I think everything from this point on is about how we treat other people moving forward, and what we choose to represent as a human. Being willing to accept truth, walk in truth, and be truthful about our own situation, where we are and what we need. It's not easy. It is not going to be easy. And things are not going to be the way that they used to be. We're not going back to the way things used to be. So everybody who's waiting on stuff to get back to the way it used to be, it's not. So we're all finding a new normal. The question is, are we going to make our new normal for the better or for the worse? For the good or for the bad? For the just or for the unjust? We all have a purpose. And I think one of the greater purposes is to love thy neighbor as thyself. To hold other people in high esteem, even when they can't hold themselves in high esteem, no matter what the situation. Thank y'all for talking to me today, and just being here today. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. I'm thankful for each one of you. And if you don't hear from me in 2 and 3 days, it's okay to hit me up in Messenger or post on my Facebook and ask me, where am I at? Am I okay? Because you know what? Sometimes I need that. Sometimes I need that. When I can't see past the moment, sometimes I need to hear a different voice that will help me keep getting up, keep pushing through, no matter what. Thank you guys. I love you. I'm not sure when I'll post my next video. I don't want to tell you a day and then I don't post on that day. But you'll hear from me again real soon. Be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Take care of those in your possession. Be a light. Be encouraged today. You are not alone. We're all walking through this together. But my heart is with you, and I love you. With that, I'll see you later.